Hello, it is Friday, May 11th, 2018, Foundation Friday it is. Steve Sipress here as the sun is setting over the mountains and shining right into my eyes, and also right onto the butt of today's rhino of the day, who is perched right behind me on the railing on the terrace outside of my office here in beautiful sunny Arizona. Spectacular day here, by the way. Yesterday I shared one of my largest leather rhinos, and so today I'm sharing a slightly smaller but still a rather large all leather rhino. Very cool leather rhino, very hard leather outer structure, part of the body, heavy, hard, but the ears, if you can see them here, those are what more you would think of as leather. They're kind of more soft, like a leather jacket or something, of the ears. The rest is all leather, and then the eye is some kind of a piece of glass put in there. Anyway, that's Rhino of the Day. So Ace is here. Great seeing you. So today is number 2 in a series of the 7 critical transformations that every business owner must make, and today is the one that says you got to go from being a business owner to being an entrepreneur. Instead of being someone that walks around going, I'm self-employed or I'm a business owner, think of yourself and talk of yourself and answer when somebody asks that you are an entrepreneur. What's the difference, you ask? Notice what I did there. I asked. But anyway, the difference is that the self-employed or the business owner, this is my opinion of the difference, is that person is focused on pretty much being a manager, on running that one business. And sure, growing the business is part of it. Sure, you want to grow the business, but it's not quite being the entrepreneur. The entrepreneur is always opportunity-minded. And my definition of an entrepreneur, which I share with plenty of other people, although I don't know if I've looked it up, but an entrepreneur is someone who combines resources in a way to generate revenue and profits and provide value. So an entrepreneur is always looking for, how can I use my time, my energy, my money, connections, people that I know, skills that I have, resources that are available, anything at all. How can I put it together in a new way to create something that'll create value and therefore be able to take advantage and bring in revenue and profits? And you know, it's a really opportunity-minded thing, always looking to create new ways to create new value. Whereas a business owner is focused, or even worse, it's the same thing, but someone who describes himself as I'm self-employed really is admitting you have simply a job. The only thing is you don't work for somebody else. You're your own boss. You work for yourself, but you still just work a job. So if that's a plumber saying, you know, I'm a plumber, I own a plumbing company, I'm a small business owner, and I'm self-employed plumber. All those things mean the same thing. It means you wake up every day just hoping the phone rings enough to get you out there so you can wade through some muck up to your knees, and you know, twist a few pipes and do whatever and clean out the sludge and get paid. And then tomorrow's another day, and you're just going along looking to do that. Maybe you're looking to grow the company and maybe get a couple of employees, but it's not really because you're entrepreneurial. You're just looking to grow a little bit bigger business, so maybe you don't have to go out in the field and wade through the crap up to your knees as much anymore. You can kind of manage that. But you're still really just focused on one business. Here's the difference. An entrepreneur, I'll give you an example. One of my newest clients, a roofing contractor. And I won't say who it is, but I love the name of his company. But anyway, he was talking to me, and one of the big reasons I took him on as a client is because he's entrepreneurial minded. He has made this transformation in his mind, although not yet in his life. And he said, look, he's been running a roofing business for 15 years, and he's really looking not only to grow the roofing business, but then to do some other things as well. One of the things he wants to do is to, oh, the UPS guy? My neighbor across the street. Love the UPS guy. FedEx guy bringing stuff, but it's my neighbor Bartosh across the street, repairs vehicles out of his backyard and his garage there, and he's always getting deliveries of assorted parts and whatever, and like, I always tell the UPS guys and the mail people and whatever, like, come to me. Anyway, Although the UPS guy was here earlier and brought some cool stuff, and they'll be here. I have some more stuff arriving over the weekend. Anyway, usually Sundays, though, it's the U.S. mail delivers from Amazon, not UPS for whatever reason. Where was I? Okay, so this client of mine, he said, you know, first I want to implement some really smart marketing and put some systems into place. And of course, I'm going to help him do that and make a ton of money and build his roofing business. I mean, he said he did like only about 20 roofs last few years, 20 roofs a year. And come on now, I mean, I'll put in a few systems that'll easily get him to 100 or even 200, and he just has to, you know, bring in more crews and more guys and be able to handle that bigger business. We won't do that all at once. We'll scale it up so we can handle it all the way. But then the entrepreneurial part comes in where he says, and then what I want to do is become like a marketing guru to the rest of the roofing industry and teach them how to put those systems in place and do that kind of marketing, do that kind of stuff. And that's, of course, a specialty of mine. I call it my look over my shoulder program, and I've helped a number of entrepreneurs do just that, those two steps. Number one, let's get your marketing going with all the systems and the effective marketing. And then if somebody is teaching minded, let's have you then share that knowledge and teach other people with what I call the look over my shoulder program. They will pay you money so that you can send them, here's all my marketing that I'm doing every month, here's my newsletter, here's my ads that I'm placing, here's the letters I'm sending out, here's the social media posts I'm doing, here's the emails I'm sending, here's the phone calls, here's the sales I have going, here's the promotions, here's the everything I'm doing this month. And every month, other people, owners of businesses in your same industry, will now pay you money so that they have a head start. They got a leg up on doing whatever marketing they're going to do for the month, and they can look over your shoulder just like you did back in school. If you didn't know the answers on the test, hopefully you sat behind the smartest girl in the class and you looked over her shoulder and copied the answers. Now in school, that gets you in trouble, which I know very well, on either end of it, by the way, whether you're the one looking over the shoulder or you're the one, like I was very often, letting someone look over. Oh, I got in trouble just for letting some. I'm like, but I didn't cheat. Well, yeah, you did, because you let that person put your paper in front of you. Like, don't put it off to the side and turn it sideways and let that person look, and I got in trouble. But anyway, so that's all bogus, just like just about everything to do with the whole school system. It's not the real world. The real world is, of course it's smart to copy from other people. There would never be any cures for diseases or any scientific advances if they didn't all share all their research and all their journals and always keep up on what was the latest experiments going on, so not everyone didn't just have to. We'd never cure cancer if everyone had to start from scratch and do it all on your own. Don't look at any other researcher and see what they're doing. Oh, no, don't read any journals. Don't look at any other scientific experiments. Do everything on your own. We'd never cure cancer, just like lots of students never learn much in school either. And that's an overstatement. They pretty much learn nothing, except how to go to the next class when the bell rings and do what you're told, because that's really what school is for. But I digress. Anyway. So that's number two of the critical transformation. You want to have that kind of thinking. You want to be opportunity-minded and say, you know, I got an idea for this, and I got an idea for this. And it just so happens, with Jerry Luciano coming on, he's a fantastic, awesome example of the entrepreneur-minded person, because I always say, and I always joke, Jerry's one of my longtime clients, and I always joke that, man, the guy has more irons in the fire than anybody there is. He's always got 4, 5, 6, 7 streams of income. Ever since when I first met him, he had only one, and it was a job, and he wasn't even self-employed, and he would complain when company after company would do whatever screw-ups companies do and lay people off or close down a whole division, and regardless that he was doing great and setting records and getting high, marks from everybody and doing everything, well, they closed down that whole region, or they shut down that division, or the company went out of business, or whatever. I'm like, are you tired yet? Are you getting the point yet? Are you still going to have only one stream of income and it not even be your own business? What kind of way is that to go through life? I thought, don't you have kids and a wife? Like, come on now. And so there it is. ACE says what I say all the time: diversity is security. I say diversity is stability and security. So you lose any. ACE has, I don't know, how many streams of income you got now? I'd say probably 5, 6, 7 of them. So you lose any one of them now, and sure, it's not good. You can complain a little and go, that sucks, but you can still put food on the table. You got 5 or 6 others. And by the way, then he'll just replace it with another, or add another, and add another, and add another. That's the entrepreneur spirit. See the difference, folks? So you want to go from, you certainly don't want to be somebody else's boss, but then you ought to not be watching my videos, because I don't talk to the 87% of you, those type of people that need us to create their entire income and lifestyle for them, because they're too afraid or not willing to do the work or learn what it takes, or whatever reason they don't want to really contribute to society by running business or businesses. So of course it's not like you're working for someone else, but even just working for yourself, it's one stream of income. It's not entrepreneurial, it's being self-employed, it's being a business owner. The critical transformation is to go to be an entrepreneur. Always look for new opportunities inside your business, outside your business. Partner up with another business in town that does something similar, or just has a similar market that they cater to. Always be looking for new ideas, new ways to provide more value, to bring in more income, make more profit. As Jerry pointed out, that diversity brings you stability and security. And that gives you, both ends of the spectrum right there. The opportunity is exciting and new, and you're living life on the edge. The stability and security is the solid foundation. So you kind of have both ends of the spectrum there when you do it right and when you're entrepreneurial. And you have multiple opportunities. You're always looking to create more. It gives you more excitement and more fun and more living on the edge. And at the same time, it gives you more stability and security. So can't go wrong, folks. That's why it's number 2 out of 7. It's one of the 7 critical transformations that I urge you to make in your life. And Jerry says he has 6 different businesses that he is running right now. 6 different, well, I think one is technically a job, but the other 5 are businesses of his. So he has 6 streams of income, and another coming this week. That's hilarious. Obviously, I would like you to, as a client of mine, I hope that you will discuss that with me. And let's talk about it and get you maxing it out, and make sure you're doing the right things and all that kind of stuff like we always do. Anyway, that's it for today. Critical transformation, number 2 of 7 on Foundation Friday. Next Friday, I'll have, obviously, you can tell, I'll have number 3 out of the 7 critical transformations. But before that, tomorrow, I'll be back on Success Story Saturday, where I like to tell a story of a successful entrepreneur in the hopes that we can all celebrate it and maybe glean a point or two to implement in our own lives and to become or to continue on the success story that we are as well. And I hope you'll join me then. So thanks to Ace and anybody else here live and anyone watching on the replay. Enjoy the rest of your beautiful Foundation Friday. From the Rhino of the Day and me, we say so long for today, and I hope to see you on Success Story Saturday tomorrow. Bye-bye.